Hello and welcome. Hi, Claudia. Great. Can you hear me okay? Just let me know. And I'll just wait a minute to make sure you can hear me and allow other people to pop in. Hi, Caitlin. And also just say here at the beginning that if you're new to my channel, welcome. And I would love it if you would subscribe, like, comment, share. Any and all support is very welcome. So thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And I'm also going to be sharing about my new course that I'm starting in September. I'll share about that a little later. So I'll get going on today's topic. So the title of this emotional healing talk is Turning Triggers into Teachers, Accepting Your Reactions. And so there's a couple things that are interesting about this. One is before I do a live, I usually write down some notes. And you can see these are my notes today. There's no notes. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you. Yeah, today was a noteless day. So I'm just going to talk from my heart about this, the way that I know it, feel it, experience it, have seen many students and clients experiencing it as well. And another reason why it's an interesting topic for today is because I have my own reaction today. So I feel like this is happening sometimes where I make a topic because it's like coming to my awareness. So I like to make the topics in alignment with things that I'm realizing, exploring, or my clients and students are in kind of real time. And I wasn't struggling with a trigger at the time, but today I have one. So it's a great day to talk about this. So I want to just talk about really the bottom line point of this here. Accepting your reactions. Let's just talk about that part first. Accepting your reactions. Does that sound strange to you? So you're welcome to comment or ask any questions, because I wondered, does this sound kind of strange or ridiculous to people? Possibly. But I want you to see it like this. A lot of times when we react, and then we react to our reaction. Can you hear me okay? I hope you can hear me. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. So a lot of times we react to our reaction. Okay, thank you, Michaela. Welcome. Have you experienced this? I'm certain, 100% certain that you have experienced this. The question is if you are aware of it, if you have become aware of it. Because a lot of times we're not aware. And that's okay. We don't need to blame or shame ourselves for that. These are things that, we weren't taught in school or by parents. And even if we were to be taught them, they're not the things that can be learned through intellectual understanding and knowledge and that kind of study. They have to be sensed. They're learned through the senses. So awareness is something that wakes up through our sense of it. Welcome, Patricia. So we want to keep increasing our awareness on our emotional healing journey. And today I want to talk about becoming aware of our reactions, of that usually we react to the reaction. So let's take anger. If you feel angry, now there could be a trigger. So I also, part of the title here is accepting or recognizing, turning triggers into teachers. So there's so many triggers every day from people who are close to us, people who are not close to us, who are on social media, who are part of the larger construct of the world, or people we, come into contact with through our work. And we also have triggers from just within, just internal triggers. Sometimes you know why you're triggered or what is triggering you, and sometimes you don't. And so let's say you have a trigger that causes you to be angry. Okay, that's okay. But then a lot of times then we get angry and upset and uncomfortable and mad and resistant and fighting ourselves that we're angry. And the same could go for afraid, sad. Usually there's a reaction on top of it. Let's say it's sadness. Oh, I don't want to be sad. It's not good. I should be happy. I'm supposed to be. There's a reaction on top of the reaction. And that makes everything harder. That makes our emotional suffering amplified. So we're trying to reduce that suffering as much as we can. And there's little ways that we can do that. And even if we can't stop all triggers, I mean, we're alive, we're human. We have hearts, we have brains, we have sensitivity. I'm sure most, if not all of you who are watching would consider yourself very sensitive. So there's gonna be a lot of triggers. So okay, there's a trigger. Okay, there's a reaction to the trigger. Today I'm looking at be careful not to react to the reaction and add on top of the already painful trigger that you're experiencing. So I see a comment, usually judge our reactions and build a story about ourselves. Yes, correct. Correct. Judgment is one of the ways, is the biggest way that we react to our reactions, but we don't often realize we're doing that. So the practice that I want you to do is when you feel yourself triggered and any kind of emotional reaction is arising, just try to be still at that moment. Try to calm down, take some breaths, and just hold, kind of figuratively here, gently hold that reaction. It's okay to have a reaction. Gently hold that reaction with compassion and love and empathy to yourself here. I'm only human. It's okay. This is where forgiveness comes in. Love, forgiveness, accepting that I'm having a reaction. Be still with it. Allow it to be. Because that first reaction, which came from a trigger, can become a teacher for you. It can be there to help you learn something, realize something, become aware of something you weren't before, gain a little bit of controllability over something you didn't have before. It gives you an opportunity to love something that needs your love that you weren't loving before, or there's always, room to love more. So many beautiful things can happen that's why those triggers can be a teacher. So many beautiful things can happen when we can become still and just accept that I'm having a reaction. We lose that when we react to the reaction. Okay, couple of things. So comments. Patricia, yesterday I reacted to the reaction, Danielle, and after I was so mad with it, I had to forgive myself. So you react to the reaction and then mad at yourself, and then there's another reaction, right? And then we can keep piling reactions. So sometimes you might feel so overwhelmed and so upset. It's so beyond your over the limit, it's probably because you're reacting to that reaction, and mad at yourself and upset and judging yourself and wishing you were so-called better or different or perfect in some way. And as Patricia said, had to forgive myself. So forgiveness is also a really helpful way to clear those piles. Sometimes people say to me, forgive myself for what? I didn't do anything wrong. No, we didn't do anything wrong. Forgive yourself for being hard on yourself. Forgive yourself for being unaccepting of your own humanness, of your own reaction. Forgive yourself for being unkind to yourself in some way. This can help clear. So again, back to what I was saying, when we are still, we can recognize that's happening and we can move into forgiveness or letting go. Breathing, relaxing, letting it go, letting it flow by. Anyway, my reactions are illusions, right? So a lot of what I'm talking about here is connected to other things I've talked about in the past, and I'm sure it's all language that you're familiar with. These are not real. These are not truths, the truths of existence. These are just another construct, another program, another belief, another story on top, on top, on top. Let it go, let it flow. I don't need to add more reactions here. It's the last thing I need. If you can just stay with the issue at hand, what is triggering me and what am I feeling inside, and breathe and be with it and allow it to be, it's a great healing opportunity. Because of something that I really won't talk too much about today, but we have all these parts of ourselves that need healing, and they need love from us, and they need validation and acceptance. All these little parts, like fragments of our ego that are little kind of wounded parts of ourselves that sort of became stuck inside. So when we don't react to the reaction, we can just be present with that part. We can give it some attention. We can breathe with it and be with it. We give it some love and energy. Take our hands off of trying to control it and fight with it and resist it and hate it and make it mean something, right? Take our hands off, letting go, let it be. And that is so healing for you. That is what all your parts are needing from you. And that is something I'm going to talk more about and guide more about in my Art of Self-Acceptance class, which is starting in September. I'll post a link in a bit, but let me see, there's some comments here. Jenny, I'm currently waging an inner battle with all my emotions simultaneously on the third day after a miscarriage. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jenny. So these are very difficult and painful things of life that are happening. They're happening to us and around us, and they're not easy. They're already difficult. That would be difficult for anybody. So give yourself some grace and space to not add extra beating up, battling with. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you feel from that. Maybe it's a sadness. Maybe it's a grief, a loss. Allow yourself to be with it. Let that energy flow through you and be purified. See, when we react to the reaction and on top, we, as exactly Jenny said, we get engaged in a huge inner battle. And we're consuming all our energy with that fight. We're losing all our energy in that fight. And we're draining and depleted, and then there's more emotions, right? Because when we don't have energy, we have more emotional reactivity. It's harder to manage our mind when we have less energy. So start by finding all the places where you're reacting to the reaction, where you're judging, where you're mad that you're mad, and you're upset that you're upset, and you're not forgiving. Breathe through that. This is a really important beginning step of acceptance. We have to peel away those layers. We have to accept those layers that are piled on us and crushing us. And getting down to just the original issue, emotional reaction, the emotional trigger, and be with it and breathe with it and hold space for it and allow it just the way you would for somebody who you loved, for a great friend, someone who you cared for deeply. We get to practice doing that for ourselves. That's why triggers are teachers. And they also become teachers because they give us an opportunity to practice this that I'm talking about right here, not reacting to the reaction. They give us an opportunity to practice, right? So teachers are giving us something to study. This is an internal study. So more comments. When I react to something, I run away from it. Energy flow is blocked, and then deeper energy and awareness can't come through. Right, Michaela? This is also a good point. So when we keep doing this reaction thing and we're not conscious, we're not aware, everything starts to shut down inside. We start to get numb. We can't sense it anymore. We can't feel ourselves. We're just disconnected. We're looking outside for something to like soothe pain, but without even realizing it. And then we keep running. We just keep running away from ourselves. And that causes another whole problem because we're abandoning parts of ourselves that need love. And how do we know that they need love? Because they're coming up as triggers. They're making noise. They're telling us this hurts. And even if it happens a million times and we feel like, aren't I done with this by now? I've had so many students say, can I be done with this by now? And I know that feeling. I understand that feeling. But if it's coming up, it means it needs more love. So if we numb and shut down and go into escaping, we can't even do the process. We have to backpedal even from there. We were even further away from the original trigger. We have to backpedal and unpeel and get all the way down. It's more work for us. So we can reduce that by just recognizing I'm reacting and be still and breathe and feel and allow and just be with this feeling and trust. This is just a feeling. This is just a trigger. I need to be present and hold space for it. Eventually, it will shift, or you'll have some clarity, some awakening. It won't stay forever, but it needs our love. Okay. Yes, forgiving is an act of love. Okay, so I hope this is helpful for you who are with me. And what I'd like to do is just a little bit of tapping. So if you're in a reaction right now or you had one recently, you can insert that into this tapping round that we're going to do here. Okay? So side of your hand, let's begin. You can repeat after me. Even though I'm having this reaction, it's okay. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I cannot accept that I'm having this reaction, I should be over this by now. I shouldn't be acting this way. I should be better than this. I have a lot of shoulds. It's okay. I forgive myself for that. And I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm having a reaction and I don't like it, I don't accept this reaction. I feel my whole body tensing up, trying to resist this reaction. But that's only making it worse. It's only making me more upset. And it's making me feel sick. It's okay. I forgive myself for doing this to myself. I was just unaware. And I choose now to love and accept myself completely. Top of your head. This reaction, back of your neck, this reaction that I'm having right now, top of your head. I don't accept it. Inside of your eyebrows. I don't like it. Outside of your eyes. I don't like it. Under your eyes. I don't want it. Under your nose. I don't want to feel this way. Under your lip. I hate feeling this way. Under your collarbone. It's not okay to feel this way. Center of your chest. It's not okay to feel this way. Under your arms. I want to be better than this. Side of your thumb. I need to be better than this. Next finger. I'm supposed to be better than this. Next finger. I'm not supposed to be this way. Next finger. I have a lot of judgment of myself. Next finger. I have a lot of expectations of myself. Side of your hand. I'm supposed to be able to manage my reaction. Top of your head. I'm supposed to be able to manage my emotion. Back of your neck. Supposed to, supposed to, supposed to. Top of your head. Should, should, should. Inside of your eyebrows. But this only makes me feel worse. Side of your eyes. When I talk this way to myself, it makes me feel sick. Under your eyes. It makes me feel more miserable. Under your nose. And I don't want to feel more miserable. Under your lip. I want to feel better. Under your collarbone. That's the whole point here. I just want to feel better. Center of your chest. So I'm breathing out and letting go of my shoulds. Under your arms. I'm breathing out and I'm letting go of my supposed tos. Side of your thumb. I'm breathing out and relaxing every part of me that's tensing. Next finger, I'm giving myself a break. Next finger, because this emotional reaction is hard enough. Next finger, I'm letting go of the judgment. Next finger, with every exhale, I'm letting go of the judgment. Side of your hand. And I'm forgiving myself for being so unkind to myself. Top of your head. I'm forgiving myself that I forgot to love myself for a moment. Back of your neck. It's okay. Keep breathing through this. Top of your head. It's okay that I forgot. Inside of your eyebrows. I'm only human. Side of your eyes. And I'm having a human experience. Under your eyes, I'm having an emotional reaction. Under your nose, and it's okay. Under your lip. It's okay to have a reaction. Under your collarbone. So I'm coming back to myself. Center of your chest. I'm breathing and being with the feeling, whatever it is. Under your arms. Even if my reaction is uncomfortable, it's okay. Side of your thumb. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. Next finger. I'm breathing and being present with my uncomfortable parts. Next finger. I'm letting all those parts of me know they're okay. Next finger. We're okay. Next finger. Ultimately, we are completely okay. Side of your hand. At my essence, I am perfectly okay in this moment. No matter what uncomfortable feeling I have, no matter what emotional reaction I have, deep down, I am perfectly okay. And all of this will pass in time. It won't be forever. So I'm remembering my truth again. Good. Lower your hands down to your lap. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Feel your whole body. And gentle exhale. Relax. Good. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Have some water if you have some nearby. Water helps you to keep moving that energy. So I would love it if any of you would like to share in the chat box how that tap was for you, anything you felt, noticed, any part that was helpful, anything at all. I know sometimes you're quiet and not sharing. Not sure who's even still with me out there, but you're welcome to share. And I am going to post in the chat box. This is my new course, upcoming course, The Art of Self-Acceptance, because I really think all people, I have seen countless people, countless clients and students and myself and my relationships and the people who I just observe out there in the world on YouTube and in work and everywhere. Everyone needs to keep increasing the practice of self-acceptance, to accept ourselves more quickly, more deeply, more completely, remembering who we really are and being able to let go of all of these complicated inner world sensations that come as triggers and beliefs and stories and wounds and cause so much resistance to acceptance. We all need to keep practicing that. So that's why I'm offering the 6-week, 6 live session course, 1.5 hours with me. For 6 weeks in a row, we can do a deeper, more intensive. And I will bring many different meditations, practices, activities to help you awaken that sense and bring it into your daily life more and more, like to more and more parts of your life where you feel like you still need work or need help. Okay, Patricia, still here. Great. Caitlin, I'm more relaxed. Definitely need to do more deep breathing. Oh, yes. Breathe out through your mouth gently if you're getting dizzy. Gently. You probably have some blockage in the chest area. So this all this part of the tapping where we tap the chest area, that's good for you. Again, you don't want to overdo it if you're getting lightheaded, but a little bit of that with some breathing, you want to loosen up this passageway so energy can come down. Tapping was so important because it simply gives peace and strength. I'm so glad to hear that, Jenny. Good. I had to do a tapping session last night after the day I had, and I followed along this morning. These always help me truly focus. I'm so glad to hear that, Patricia. Great. Relaxing. Yes, it's common for people to feel more relaxed because the tapping itself just lowers cortisol, relaxes the nervous system. And then as we relax, right, we let go. Like, think about holding on. We're all clenched and tense. Relaxing is part of letting go. So that's why it's a physical thing. Let your body relax as you exhale. And when you just realize, oh, I'm tensing here, I'm tensing my chest, and you relax that, it helps you to let go of the emotion too. So the body is also helping us. Okay, thank you so much for sharing, everyone, and thank you for tapping with me. And please comment or reach out anytime if you have questions about anything that we did here today. As you practice with yourself, you can comment even after the video is posted if you're like stumbling on some part or something's coming up that you need help processing. And if you're interested to join me in my class, please do. And if you have more questions about that, you can reach out to me as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.